Hello there, my name is Joe, and because of lockdown, I desperately need a haircut. Welcome to the next episode of my Indie Devlog series. So as a quick update from the previous episode, I have fixed the enemy damage problem that I was having, which is really great. It was something that was actually acting as sort of a really big roadblock for me, mostly because I was thinking, how are people going to be having fun if the combat isn't rewarding and, it doesn't feel good to play. So that's been really good. That being said, I have realised that I'm going to have to massively scale down in scope what I had originally planned for the game. The reason for this is that I ultimately don't have as much spare time as I would like to be able to work on this, and I realised that it would take an extremely long time to me to be able to actually reach what I had envisioned for the game. So what I'm going to try and do instead is I'm going to try and have sort of like a vertical slice, just take a small bit of the game that I believe should be representative of the final project, make a sort of like a prototype, a demo, so that people can, I can put it out there and people can play it and tell me if it's fun. So here's the list of, what I think should be sort of realistic to put in as a demo or prototype of the game. So I think choosing an RPG was maybe very ambitious of me as, a first project for my first game. I think it's actually proving to be maybe a little bit too much for me, just because of, how many interlocking systems there are. There's maybe too much for me to, realistically do with my current skill and knowledge level. I think what I was trying to go for was sort of, like a trial by fire approach. But I don't think there's any shame in scaling down what I'd originally planned for the game. I'm still super proud of everything that I've learned so far, and I'm still super proud of all the videos I've made to sort of, go along with that. I want to give a really quick shout out to the following people on the screen right now, just because they've provided feedback or support in various different ways. It's been super, super nice to have that many people sort of supporting me. It's been really super cool. That being said, so after everything, another option that I do have is actually just an entirely complete switch in direction and, just putting the prototype on hold for now and swapping to something else. The only reason that I say this is because, so I've been listening to a lot of talks and reading a lot of books on game design and game creation. And in terms of what I'm able to create personally, I think maybe leaning in to, something that I'm stronger at, something that I'm better at, is maybe the level design and the world design part. I would really like to try fusing that with my ability to write creatively, which is something that I used to do a long time ago. I don't do it so much anymore. I'd love to get back into it. I think it's something that I'm pretty good at. I think merging those two things would be really good. I wouldn't want to do it on my pirate project, just because I'm, in terms of what I feel comfortable writing with, I'm not sure if that type of game would really sort of show off in the best kind of way. So I've been learning Blender as well in the meantime, and I've been having lots of fun creating sort of, like a PS1 aesthetic cyberpunk town. That's what I've been doing a lot of in my spare time recently while I'm trying to learn Blender. Is I've been making this lo-fi cyberpunk styled universe, and I've really been enjoying it. I've got a lot of ideas of where to go with that. I feel like I could actually make that a project a lot easier, just because there's going to be less mechanics, and sort of, maybe less it's less heavy on the coding part of things. In terms of mechanics, I guess. It's still probably a lot of coding to do, but, it's going to be a little bit less on that, and the real strong points of the game is actually, the narrative, and, the universe, that would be, what would be sort of, like appealing about the game. I'm really curious to hear what your guys' thoughts on that would be, because I do know how annoying and very stereotypical it is of someone who's learning video games to not finish their projects. Forget about that. But I'm genuinely like, would it really annoy you? Because I personally think it would be very beneficial to me, just because there's so many things that you can do in terms of narrative, stuff that I really enjoy doing, like creating a universe, all the rules that go into the universe, and I've got this really strong vision in my head of where to maybe potentially take that world. It could also maybe open the doors to creating maybe different kind of YouTube content that goes more into the the narrative and the actual world design part of games, which there's not a lot of that on YouTube right now. So most of it tends to be quite technical focused, and I'm not a particularly technical developer because I'm still just learning. However, I can take skills that I have learned previously before doing game development and fuse them together. I think that could be really good. We'll see where we go with it, though. If you have any questions whatsoever, or any concerns about anything that I'm doing or any questions, please do let me know in the comments below. I read all of them, and it's super nice to sort of get your feedback and your support. I really appreciate it. This video has definitely been very rambly, because I haven't really gone off of too much of a script like I usually do in my videos, but I think it's more important I just wanted to put out a video to be able to actually talk with you, and maybe get some feedback on what you think I should do. But yeah, if you have liked the video at all, please do give me a quick like and a subscribe. I do really appreciate it. It really helps drive the engagement on the video, and enables more people to see the video. So I thank you so much if you've made it this far and you've listened to me ramble through all of these different things. Until next time, peace.